Hello CS50, my name is Jiro and I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia. And in this video, I'll be demonstrating my Project 1 Wiki for CS50 Web. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So as for the first point, entry page, visiting /wiki / a title of an entry should take us to a page that displays the contents of the entry. So let's try Python, which is a valid entry here. You should get the contents such as the title and the description. But if we request an entry that does not exist, we should be presented with an error page, such as, let's say, Pytho, because that's a typo that does not exist. And I've provided some interactive links or alternatives, such as search for related names to Pytho or to create a new page to this entry that does not exist yet. As for the index page or home, we should be able to see a list of all names in the encyclopedia, and we can click on any of these names to be taken directly to each of their respective entry pages. So, such as, let's say, CSS should be taken to CSS's entry page. Moving on to the third point, search. The search feature here will allow us to type a query into the search box to search for an encyclopedia entry. Now, if a query matches the name of an entry, such as HTML, which is a valid entry, we should be directly taken into that entry page. But if it does not exactly match the name of an entry, we should be taken instead to a search results page that displays a list of similar names, such as, let's say, Pytho, like the previous example. So Python is similar to Python, so these are the search results. Or maybe something with A, which results in two entries, Django and Oscar. And of course, clicking on any of these entry names on the search results should take us to that individual entry page, like so. Moving on to the fourth point, new page. Clicking on create new page in the sidebar should take us to a page where we can create a new entry. And we should be able to enter a title for the page, and in the text area to enter the markdown content. So when we click save, this entry will be saved to disk, and we should be taken to this new entry page that we just created, just /wiki. But if we try to create a new page that has already existed, such as Django, so Django is an already existing entry, we should be presented with an error message which says the page for Django has already existed, so each entry page has to have a unique name. Moving on to the fifth point, edit page. So let's try editing probably Oscar, and on each entry page we should be able to click a link to be taken to a page where we can edit that entry's markdown content. So when we click edit page, the text area should already be pre-populated with the existing markdown content, and we should be able to click save again to make after we make changes. So I just made a change. Click save, and we will be redirected into the entry page again with the changes that we have made. Moving on to the sixth point, random page. Clicking on random page on the sidebar should take us to a random entry page already in the encyclopedia. So let's try clicking on one. We can be redirected to HTML randomly, then get Oscar, Wiki, back to Oscar again, so on. And finally, moving on to the seventh and last point, Markdown to HTML conversion. So on each entry's page, any Markdown content in the entry file should be converted to HTML. So this is what we're already seeing. So this is Markdown content, as you can see here. This is Markdown syntax for a header, and in the text area it's still in Markdown content, but when we save it, it should be rendered into the appropriate HTML content. So that's all for my project 1 wiki. Thanks for watching.